Good morning, dear students. Hope you all are well and fine at your homes. So, we have started our second chapter, which is the sentence. And in our previous class, we studied that what are sentences. So, can you tell me that what are sentences? Sentences are a group of words that makes complete sense. That means a group of words which have a complete meaning are called sentences. And what are the features of a sentence? How do you write a sentence? We always begin a sentence with a capital letter and end with a punctuation mark, whether a full stop, a question mark, or an exclamation mark. Okay, and a sentence has a subject and a verb. What is a subject? I told you in our previous class. Subject is the doer of the action, the one which does the action. And what is a verb? It is the action word. The action which is being done in the sentence is called the verb. So, I hope sentences was clear to you. Now, today we'll move further to our next topic in this chapter, which is phrases. Have you heard about phrases before? What do you mean by a phrase? As you know, that sentence is a group of words which has a complete meaning. The same way, phrase is just opposite of the sentence. Now, phrase is a group of words that does not have a complete sense. That means it does not have a meaning. A group of words that does not have a meaning are called phrases. Can you see some of the sentences over here? Now, read these group of words. During the summer vacations, without electricity, on Independence Day, by Enid Blyton, an unbelievable story. So these are some group of words. Can you understand the meaning of these group of words? During the summer vacation, is there any meaning in this group of word? No. Without electricity. Can you understand what is this group of word trying to say? I can't understand because it is not a complete sentence. Without electricity. What do you mean by it? Is there any meaning of this word? Is this of this group of word? On Independence Day. Nothing is written about Independence Day, that what are they wanting to say. So these some group of words, they don't have any meaning. These are called phrases. These group of words neither begin with a capital letter nor end with a full stop. They do not have a subject or a verb. They make partial sense by themselves. They are phrases. Have you understood? These group of words, are they starting with capital letter? No. They are not starting with a capital letter. And a sentence always starts with a capital letter. Are they ending with any punctuation mark? Can you see any punctuation mark over here? Full stop, exclamation mark, anything? No. They don't end with a punctuation marks. Now, if you notice one more thing, that these group of words do not have a subject and they also don't have a verb. So, always remember that a phrase may not have a subject or a verb. It is just a group of words that has no meaning. Okay, so here is the definition of phrases given. A group of words that makes partial sense is called a phrase. A phrase does not have a verb. So what do you mean by phrases? A group of words that makes partial sense. Partial sense means they don't have a complete meaning. Okay, if you look at the example over here, during the summer vacation. Now we understand that we are talking about summer vacation. हम इसमें summer vacation के बारे में बात कर रहे हैं. But are you able to understand कि summer vacation के बारे में हम क्या बात करना चाह रहे हैं? No. So they have incomplete meaning. These group of words are called phrases. Now let's come to the exercise. On page number 11, exercise A. Underline the phrases in these sentences. So what you have to do is you have to underline the phrases in these sentences. Okay. So how you will come to know that what are phrases? If you see this sentence, the boys play in the yard. So what have I told you? That phrases do not have a subject and they do not have a verb. So first we'll cut the subject, the boys, we'll cut the verb. Now what is left? In the yard. So this is the phrase. Okay, a phrase does not have a verb and it also does not has a subject. Write this essay in your best handwriting. So here write is the verb, we'll cancel it. This essay is the subject, again we'll cancel it. And what is the phrase left? In your best handwriting. So this is how you have to underline the phrases. Exercise B. Replace the highlighted phrases in these sentences with phrases of your own. Okay, so what you have to do, you can see the highlighted phrases over here and you have to replace this highlighted phrase. Like, Vaidehi is reading The Great Expectations. This is the name of a book. So what can we write? This is the highlighted phrase. So we'll replace this. So it can be Vaidehi is reading the English book. Vaidehi is reading a story book. Okay, any phrase of your choice. This is how you will replace these highlighted phrases. Okay. Now let's turn our pages. Come to page number 12. Exercise C. Read the heading. Complete these sentences using the correct phrases from the box. Now what you have to do, here are some fill in the blanks and you have to complete these sentences using the correct phrases. Now these are all phrases given in the box and these are the sentences which you have to complete. Nimita dash was going to the mall. So which phrase would suit over here? The prize distribution ceremony? No. Read all the phrases. I think that this phrase is going to come over here. Nimita along with her friends was going to the mall. So you have to add these phrases over here and you have to complete the sentence. Okay. Now the next exercise, exercise D, you have to frame sentences using these phrases. Here are some phrases given and you have to complete these phrases by framing sentences. Okay, like in the cupboard, the books are in the cupboard. You have to frame sentences. Okay, so do these exercise in your books very neatly. Okay, thank you.